What's going on, everybody? Going Yooper here. I have a lot of work to do today. I gotta get some rats out to thaw out so I can feed later on tonight. I have to clean out a bunch of these tubs. I've already cleaned out the little ones. We got a real mess here from my female het clown. And I don't know how come she had such a bad shed. This is really weird because she never has a bad shed. And for whatever reason, I've got bad shed. Huh. So I'm going to bump up her humidity a little bit. And you're all nasty, you just got poop all over me. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of fun today. I'm also going to go home and get some lumber so I can add a shelf to the top of this. Some disinfectant isn't going to hurt me here. So I can add a shelf to that. That way I can lock all these guys in here nice and secured instead of putting tape around the edges like I had to last night because I had my escapees. To be honest with you, just out of not having a lot of time is what happened. I should have been more prepared. That's why they escaped. But that's okay. So I'm going to fix that problem this evening. Yeah, ton of stuff to do. So let's get started. Hey everybody, as I clean, I just want to talk to y'all real quick. Well, let's see how quick it is. The other day I seen a video from a friend of mine. Some of you may have seen it, I'm not sure. But if you did, please don't mention his name in the comments below. But he was talking about how his wife just does not like him doing this snake thing. And it really kind of sucks because this guy is an amazing breeder. He's an awesome person. He's a heck of a family guy. I mean, he works his butt off. I mean, the snakes is unfortunately just a hobby for him right now. Breeding ball pythons is just a hobby for him right now. And his wife can't stand it. She does not like the snake thing. She thinks he wastes all of his time doing it, or too much time doing it, I should say. And she's just not supportive at all. And man, it breaks my heart. It literally does. It breaks my heart because this is one of those guys that could easily be doing this full time, making really good money if he just had the backing of his spouse. And she doesn't back him at all on it. It's just a shame. Let me tell you something I've learned over almost 21 years of being in a relationship and a marriage. It's a give and take. It is a give and take. You know, I am not a big fan of makeup. I never wake up thinking about makeup. I never go to bed thinking about makeup. I don't think I ever really think about makeup at all unless I'm picking up some fingernail polish off the table and putting it away for my wife. Yeah, not a fan. But my wife likes makeup, as a lot of women do. And because of that, I would never stop her from going after it. If that's what she wanted to do, then I'd back her up. You know what I mean? If she wanted to do makeup full time and really get into it, I'd back her up. Why? Because that's what you do. You don't have to share the same hobby or the same passion or the same love for something to back somebody up or to be happy for them. You know, I couldn't imagine what it would be like for Lola to lay her clutch of eggs after having a failed season last season and then coming in this season and her finally laying her first clutch of eggs. I mean, you know, Lola's going on 7 years old, and this is her first clutch of eggs, you know. The people I got her from didn't breed her, so this was her first time. And I couldn't imagine going home all excited and telling Gloria that, hey, look, Lola had her eggs, this is awesome, and her saying, oh, I don't know why you spend all your time doing that, I can't stand that, you know, and that would just, I couldn't fathom it. And like I said, you don't have to share the same passion. I mean, that's just not really going to happen in all things. But you could at least be happy You know, you can at least be happy for your spouse. So if you're in a relationship and the other person doesn't like what you do, whatever your hobby is, you really need to work that out. Like I said, this guy could be one of the bigger breeders out there. He's already got a great following on YouTube. He's a really genuine, nice guy. Works his butt off. I mean, he's always working. He spends an hour or two in his snake room at night to do all this. He has, you know, plenty of snakes to take care of the snakes, but he always makes time for his family. She doesn't even like his YouTube. She thinks that's a big waste of time as well. You know, and he gets a paycheck from YouTube. He gets a paycheck from selling snakes. He gets a paycheck from his regular 40-plus hour job. He also has a Patreon that he makes a few dollars for, and he does all this Patreon and stuff. He doesn't even care about the money. He's doing the Patreon stuff strictly to bring in more money so that his wife will be like, oh, okay, you're making money at this, you know, I'll be cool with it. But guess what? That isn't happening. And he's really, in my opinion, strangling himself to get there for his wife's approval, and she's just not budging. And that's a shame. I mean, threatening and all this other stuff, couldn't have that. If you're in a relationship, bend, work with each other a little bit. It's in everybody's best interest. Trust me. I actually have to run up to the store and get a couple jugs of water. What's up, buddy? What's up? Love this guy. Love this guy. Between him and Lola, they're my favorite snakes. And I love spending time with this guy. I truly do. He's just an amazing little guy. Amazing! Alright. Yep. I'm washing out all your water bowls and stuff, so you're going to have to do without water for a little bit. Alright, I'm going to run up to the store, get some water. I'll be back and we'll finish this video. Alright, so I got the water. But I'm going to soak all these water bowls. As it is time for that. I normally do it when I soak all the tubs, but not this time. Can you go over? Every time I clean out the snakes, I look them all over real good. Just make sure everything's healthy. We got no issues. What's up, buddy? Your eyes look great. You look wonderful. Your tongue's a flickering away. Always look your snakes over real good anytime you take them out to clean or anything. That way you know they're always good. It's a good time to check them over, you know. But yeah, so that stinks for my buddy, man. It is a shame. Really bums me out. I want to say, honestly, it actually angers me because it kind of does. You know, I raced on a drag racing team at HRA for a little over 15 years. We started out with a Chevy S10 nitrous truck and moved up to a 67 Camaro that was all nitrous. Then we got a 69 Camaro. We drove all the way up from Florida to south of the border in South Carolina and bought a car, had a professional engine built for it by Sonny Lister. I think I said his name right. And started getting real competitive at that time. And eventually we bought 2 more 69 Camaros and turned them into turbo cars, pushing a little over 4,000 horsepower. And I loved it. Loved it. When it was nitrous cars though, it was a lot of work because we'd get done with a run and then, you know, have like 20-30 minutes we'd have before the next run would come up. And we'd literally be pulling off heads, checking valves, checking everything, getting everything straight, changing jets, you know, depending on how the car ran. And it was a ton of work. We'd be working on the car, heating up the bottles as we towed it up to the line. Like, no joke. And it was like that all the time. It was so much work. We never really got a chance to see any other cars run because we'd be consistently working on the car right up until the next run. And then once we went to the twin turbos, our jobs got a ton easier, because then it was just hook it up to the laptop, make a few adjustments in the timing, and we were done. And the whole time doing that, my wife didn't like that I would be going away on the weekends, you know, to different races. And we'd stay in Florida, go to Immokalee, we'd go to Bradenton, go to Orlando Street Nationals, Snowbird Nationals, Bradenton Street Nationals. And she didn't really like it too much, to be honest with you. It kind of did bother her, but she was still supportive about it. She still, you know, allowed me to go and do this. And it's not like I made much money, because it was drag racing. We didn't win all the time. And even when you did, to be honest with you, with the 10-5 class, the Outlaw 10-5 class that we ran, you really didn't win too much money. Half the time it would be enough money to pay for your weekend that you're out there racing, and maybe a part or two. Your nitrous bottles getting filled back when we were doing nitrous. So it wasn't a ton of money. So it wasn't really all that profitable or anything, you know. But she still backed me up. I mean, even when my son LJ was born, I was at the hospital. He was born. And about 3 hours after he was born, my wife said, "All right, go to the track." And we had a big race in Orlando at the time. And she's like, "Go ahead and go to the track. We'll be fine." And I really didn't want to go. I mean, I wanted to go, but I didn't want to go. But she was like, "Look, I'm just going to be sitting here resting and relaxing. You know, the staff is going to be taking care of the baby. You're fine." My sister-in-law, Jennifer, who is from Theory Family Balls, this is before she was married to David from Theory Family Balls. She lived down there in Florida with us, and, you know, she would take care and watch over the other boys. So I took the work truck, the company truck, which they told me actually not to take, but I did anyway. And I was like, I won't get caught. I'll just take it. And then I ended up running a toll. And they got a ticket, and they're like, "So you took the truck up to Orlando to those races after all?" Not that they couldn't notice that I had the Orlando Street National stickers all over the truck when I came back. But I was like, yeah, it was kind of last minute. LJ was born, and, you know, I didn't think I was going to be going. And my wife was like, "Go ahead and go." But anyway, the moral of it is that, you know, she backed me up on it, even at a point at that time, you know, after just having a baby and everything else. Because she knew how much I loved it. You know, it was a true passion I had. And trust me, I've said this before, I had a million passions. Like, I was into everything. Literally, everything. And that's why my breeding on and off for the last 20 plus years has been sparse. And I didn't produce a ton of clutches over the last 20 something years, because my interests, I wouldn't say they would change, but my focus would go into different areas. And, you know, and that's why now I'm really focused on this and this alone. Selling my KX125 just so I can invest into this. I actually need to buy a bunch of rodents, because I still haven't built the rack for rats. So I'm going to use some of that money to build a rack, get some rats, as well as order some rats to hold me over until I have some. But she backs me up. She has my back. She allows me to do these things. And I allow her to do the things she likes to do. She likes to go to a casino and hang out with her friends. They do this like midnight bingo thing that I find absolutely boring. She also likes to play the slots, which I find absolutely boring. To the point where I don't like gambling. I'm like, that's wasting money as far as I'm concerned. But I don't sit there and say, "You're wasting your money, you don't do it," because she enjoys it. You gotta give and take, you know? And if you're not cleaning with Metallica playing in the background, then you're not getting enough done. Because that music gets you up going and rocking out, right? Now, I know you, I just cleaned the crud out of your water dish. This girl was locked up with my killer pie. They locked up for quite a while. Oh, 32 hours, I do believe it was. Gotta check a snake. See, being colorblind kind of sucks, because I can't tell if that was a little bit of brown poop know, you don't like it. Or if it was a little bit of a blood stain. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Alright, let me clean up a few more of these guys and then we'll close out this video. Alright everybody, that's my video for today. Just a little bit of a rant about relationships, some ball python tub cleaning, and yeah, that's really about it. Just keep in mind, you know, if you're in a relationship where you're not on the same page, you better start working to get on the same page soon, because, you know, you could spend years of just being unhappy and not satisfied in life, and nobody needs that. Just work with each other, you know, talk to each other about your problems, you know. Don't pick the argument to be the time to talk about your problems. Pick a time where things are going well and just say, you know, I'd like to work this situation out. I understand my snakes and this hobby and my YouTube, you know, really gets under your skin. Is there anything we can do to kind of make it better for you? Because this is something I really care about, and I don't want to let it go. And I care a lot about you as well, and I want you to be on my side, and I want you to be happy for me when things go well in the things I love, you know. You really got to work out a compromise. Very important. Alright everybody, short video. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, let you know I upload a video. And as always, I love you all. See me, bye.